Big sight, new, Hank, go go.
Okay, so yeah, I worked at Costco for a couple years, and then my attitude was I still had that street mentality when I worked. So after working at Costco for like a year or two, I started getting in trouble with employees. So then, I got into some personal beef with some people. Story short, they had to fire me, restraining order, and the whole thing. You can't just show up at people's houses. But you live and you learn. I was like 18, 19. So going around looking for work, I found a company that dealt with medical equipment and oxygen for the VA, the Veterans Administration. I went in there, talked to the lady. For a minute she liked me, took a chance on me, and put me through all the training. So that's how I originally got into the medical field. Started learning more terminology and stuff like that. Did that for about 3-4 years. But with all the budgets and the economy going bad, they started cutting out employees and departments through the VA because it was so expensive. It was good money for the time. It was like 2003, 2004. I was making like 50, 60 grand. I didn't even know what to do with it. I just go on stupid shit. But they kept cutting it and cutting it to the point where they laid everybody off, and they just started outsourcing all the work through smaller companies because it was cheaper. So instead of like one day a week, I would have to drive up to Eureka. And and they would pay me all the times and mileage and all that stuff out there. One day a week, I'd go as far down to like Salinas, Monterey, and I spent the whole day there. So it was cheaper for them to outsource it to bigger companies like Apria and Quest Medical that had offices in these places. So they saved on all the time. After everyone got laid off, we started working for Kelly Moore. Worked there for a couple years. The one on Mission and Army, it's not there anymore neither. They destroyed it. They built condos. And then, so I started there just slinging paint in the front. Then after that, the manager kind of saw potential in me. So, talking to him, he saw that he realized, I was pretty smart. So he asked me if I wanted to be a color specialist. Basically, it was like an office job. You work in the back, you mess around with the computer, and you make formulas. So then they sent me to a training up in San Carlos, because Kelly Moore is actually started in San Carlos.
That's the paint.
Yeah, it's a paint company. Yeah, they do commercial and house paint too, but commercials where all the money's at, of course, because they're buying thousands of gallons at a time. So I went through a training there for a few weeks, and then I had a little desk job on Divisadero and Oak at a Kelly Moore there. I did that for a couple of years, but then I was kind of unhappy, so I left there, and then I started doing like independent office work, just doing like admin things, just to kind of get away from that. And then through my cousin's girlfriend's sister, I got invited to a barbecue, and I met her, older Filipino lady, real nice. Just talking to her about what I knew and what I did before, she asked me if I ever wanted to get back into medical. So I started doing independent work for her, helping her with the marketing and stuff like that, because the company she runs is workman's comp. So basically, they try to keep statistics on what law firms and what lawyers use them, especially in this process called panel, which basically is a lawyer and the patient are given 3 doctors to choose from. So you'll notice that some lawyers tend to pick one doctor over another.